Hi guys, it's me, Susan. It's day 62 of the Broken Hip Club. I haven't posted for over a week. It was last Thursday. Random reasons for that, but I did have two kind of big doctor's appointments this week. So I wanted to wait until I had those. The last one was this morning. And I'll tell you about those. And let's see. I'm out here on my covered patio, which every person should have a covered patio, because then when it rains, like it did a little while ago, you can sit out here and enjoy the rain, although I was still at work when it was raining, so I didn't get to do that. But anyway, it's a good concept. My appointment yesterday was with Dr. Jesse DeLee, who is the orthopedic surgeon who's following my case, even though he did not do the surgery. That was done in El Paso, as you remember. And basically this is like, well, it's been 8.5 weeks. So I saw him once before, and then a month ago, and now I saw him again. My main question for him was, am I recovering correctly or not? Because I still can't walk very well at all. I have a fair amount of pain. I mean, enough that's why I can't walk. When I go to put weight on that leg, I kind of crumple a little bit, so that's what the hobbling around is. But anyway, his feeling was he did take an x-ray, and he showed me how the bone is healing in the hip, and he said it's probably going to be another month, really, till I get significantly better able to walk. But he said, no, you're not behind the curve. That was, of course, my concern. Well, just because I don't know what to compare it to, you know. I mean, it's partly I'm competitive and don't want to be a poor recoverer, just in general, but I just didn't know. I mean, I think I'm doing everything I can. But anyway, so he seemed happy with that. He doesn't need to see me for another 2 months, and hopefully by then I will be, pretty good. We'll see. I mean, my expectations have changed so much since this started. It's unbelievable. I mean, partly just because of the experience I'm having, but let's see. There was some. I asked him, "Am I going to be able to fully recover? Will I be able to return to the activities that I enjoyed before, with the understanding that activities that have a high likelihood of falling are not wise for me because of my bone density issues, and because I have learned I will do everything I can to avoid breaking another bone." And he said, "Yeah, you will be totally normal, with the exception of my possible permanent limp." And I'm like, no, I don't want a permanent limp. I'm sorry, that was Jolie just banged my camera. He showed me on the x-ray where there's some little piece of bone that's disconnected or something, or sticking out the wrong way, and I don't know. I'm going to cross that bridge when I come to it. I will do everything I can to learn how to walk normally, and we'll see. He said it wouldn't be because there would be pain. It would just be because structurally my legs would be not matching or something like that. So we'll see. So that was a good appointment, and I felt good about that. I came home, and I thought about posting last night to talk about that, but then I thought, well, I've got another one tomorrow morning, so let me go to that one, and then I can talk about both of them. Well, this one was interesting. This is with the endocrinologist, Dr. Harry Uy, U-Y, is how you spell his last name. And the reason I had to see him is that he handles osteoporosis. And my goal, as I've told you, is to really get aggressive, or at least find out what my options are for strengthening my bones, so that I don't go through this again. Now, he agreed that the falls that I had should not have caused the damage that they did, that a normal person with normal bones would not have shattered their hip the way I did when they fell over, even though it was a hard surface. But he said it's really borderline. My bone density score doesn't indicate osteoporosis. It does indicate osteopenia, which is sort of halfway there. He said, but it's like, he compared it to a heart attack. High cholesterol is a risk factor for a heart attack. So if you have high cholesterol, you might watch out for a heart attack. But if you have normal cholesterol and you have a heart attack, then you have a heart attack. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter that the numbers don't line up. You have clinical evidence. So he said my 2 fractures are clinical evidence of osteoporosis, and I have to deal with that. So then he lined out the options. Look at this, Jolie. Look in here. Look in here. That's what I'm dealing. That's what I'm dealing with. This giant animal that I live with. She's fine, by the way. She's finished her course of steroids. Doesn't seem to be having any limping herself or any problems. So we'll see about that. Anyway, we talked about the pros and cons of the bone building and bone maintenance medications and the side effects, and he really said it was up to me. And we went over the nutritional stuff, you know, the calcium and vitamin D3, which I'm already doing. And so I decided, I opted for the middle choice, which is, there are several of them, like Fosamax, Actonel, and Boniva. And I opted to do Boniva because it's available in generic. Hopefully it won't be super expensive. The heavy-duty osteoporosis bone-building medicines require you to give yourself an injection every day, and they cost $1,500 a month. So I said I thought I would pass on that one for a while until I could see. It's possible that the Boniva will not just allow me to maintain the bone density that I have, but that it might build some bone too, so I'm going to try that. But the bummer part of the meeting was, I may have mentioned to you that when I had the PET scan for the cancer the other day, they found what they thought was, they feel is a benign growth in my thyroid. And since Dr. Uwe is an endocrinologist, he deals with thyroid also. So they looked at the PET scan, and or the report of the PET scan, and said, we're going to do an ultrasound and just to see what's in there, and then we'll decide if there's something that looks like we want to check it out. We'll do a biopsy. And I'm assuming that, you know, if there was cancer in there, the PET scan would have showed it up, because that's what the PET scan's for. Nothing showed up there. It was just visible that there was a nodule in there. So anyway, he does an ultrasound of my thyroid, and there are several nodules, little ones, medium ones, big ones. So next Friday I get to do a biopsy of my thyroid. And I'm like, does this crap ever end? What the heck? I had been wondering, you know, they say bad luck runs in threes. Now, we don't have bad luck yet on the thyroid. I'm sure it'll be fine, but I was just ready to not have some new thing to do. So I will be reporting to you on the outcome of that. And, you know, it's funny when I think back to all my early posts and how kind of relentlessly chipper I was all the time. I almost feel like I've turned into a real Debbie Downer in a way, but I'm not really down. I'm just sort of tired, you know. I've just you know, it's a long day, and then Mondays and Fridays I go to physical therapy at the end. Then I have these doctor's appointments throughout. Then I have to do my physical therapy exercises, and I realize I sound like I'm whining, and I totally know that I'm very fortunate, and it could be a ton worse. But you know, every now and then, you know, I get tired of it. So I did want to let you all know, though, so overall I would say both appointments went very well. I'm sure the thyroid thing will be fine, and that I'm optimistic now that the finish line, at least pretty much the finish, for me the finish line will be when I can walk pretty normally without pain and without assistance. Dr. DeLee did tell me to get off the one crutch that I'm using and get onto a cane for stability and then get off the cane as soon as possible and just walk. So I'm going to be working towards that. I've also cut down my pain medicine quite a bit and just using anti-inflammatories, maybe one dose of pain medicine a day. Like today, I had one at 5 this morning and I haven't had any more since then. So that's the update. I'm looking forward to maybe getting some rest this weekend, although I have a huge plumbing problem has emerged at the lake house. And I have to be out there at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning to meet plumbers and start dealing with the mess that's out there. And then I'm gonna arrange for it to get fixed up and get it finally on the market. It has not been on the market because of some problems with the flood insurance and stuff like that, but should be ready to go. So that'll be off my plate pretty soon, and then I can just kind of coast. I really think 2014 is going to be another transitional year for me, and I look forward to the summertime, later in the summer when I'm sure I'll be feeling better. Maybe I can even get out of town a little bit. All right, I'm just going on and on, but since I haven't posted for over a week, you can handle a little extra few minutes. And I don't know, what can I tell you? Thanks for listening, and thanks for being concerned about me. I think I'm really just on the brink of being out of the woods, and I look forward to sharing that good news with all of you. Okay, so in the meantime, till I see you again, live well, laugh often, love much, and I'll see you soon on the Broken Hip Club. Bye-bye.